Hello guys, today we're going to be reacting to how polyester is made and what is polyester, so let's get into it.
When you hear the word polyester, you probably think of that tag on your t-shirt or jacket that says 100% polyester.
Yeah, no shit, what the fuck am I supposed to picture, bro?
Maybe you even picture the shiny disco shirts of the 1970s. But polyester isn't just a fashion statement, it's one of the most widely used synthetic fibers in the world.
What the fuck is this ChatGPT ass fucking script, bro?
It's in your clothes, your curtains, your car seats, even in things you probably never realized.
Yes, exactly, and that's the biggest problem with it, because polyester is made out of plastic, as they said, and plastic is made out of very, very dangerous chemicals called bisphenols. And every time you make contact with plastic, or for example drink from something like a plastic water bottle, or even wear a polyester shirt, microplastics, so tiny pieces of that plastic, are gonna go inside of your body. They're gonna start decomposing, and then they attach themselves to your cells, and in every cell you have an estrogen receptor, and it's gonna make your body release the estrogen hormone, which is the female hormone, for years, months, weeks, and you're gonna start developing like a woman, and you might even go infertile.
But what actually is polyester? How did it come to dominate closets and industries around the globe? And why does it still matter so much today? Let's break it all down, right here, on History of Simple Things.
Alright bros, you get to it.
Polyester, at its core, is a man-made fiber.
Yeah.
Unlike cotton, wool, or silk, which come from plants and animals, polyester is a synthetic material created through chemical reactions.
Yes, exactly.
The name itself comes from the fact that it's a polymer, meaning it's made up of long chains of repeating molecules, and ester, which refers to the type of chemical bond that holds those chains together. In simple terms, it's plastic that's been spun into fibers.
Exactly, and a lot of people don't see the issue with this, but we'll see what this channel has to say about this.
Most polyester is derived from petroleum-based chemicals. The
Exactly, you're wearing fucking petroleum in your body.
primary raw materials are ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid, which are both derived from crude oil. When these two substances are combined under heat, they undergo a reaction that produces a molten polymer. This gooey plastic can then be stretched and spun into thin fibers that look and feel a lot like natural threads. That might sound a little strange, wearing plastic on your body, but this is
obviously strange because it's not fucking attuned to your senses. Everyone who knows even a little bit about plastic knows it's fucking terrible for you.
exactly what gives polyester its strength, versatility, and resistance to things like shrinking, wrinkling, or stretching. Polyester isn't as old as wool or linen,
No
but
shit.
it has its own fascinating origin story. It was first developed in the late 1930s by British chemists John Rex
Let me
Winfield
just speed this
and
shit up.
James Tennant Dixon. By 1941, they patented a fiber called terylene, the first commercial polyester. Soon after, American company DuPont, which had already found success with nylon, began producing polyester in the US under the name Dacron. By the 1950s and 60s, polyester had gone mainstream. Advertisements boasted it was a miracle fabric that didn't wrinkle, didn't shrink, and dried almost instantly.
Yeah, and made people infertile, not be able to have kids, and lowered their fucking testosterone by 50%.
By the 1970s, polyester was everywhere, from workwear to glamorous disco fashion. However, it also gained a bad reputation during that era for being stiff, sweaty, and uncomfortable.
Yeah, obviously.
People joked about polyester being cheap or plastic white.
Cause it is. Fucking plastic white, this fucking ChatGPT's video.
But polyester didn't fade away. Instead, it evolved. Thanks to new technologies and improved manufacturing, today's polyester can feel soft, breathable, and almost indistinguishable from natural fibers. That's
No,
why it's
it
made
can't.
such
Everyone fucking knows how polyester feels. It's so fucking obvious when you have something which is made out of polyester.
a strong comeback in everything from athletic wear to luxury fabrics.
Yeah, because it's fucking cheap and it's fucking very, very accessible.
You may think of polyester only in terms of clothing, but its applications are far broader. In fashion, it's often blended with cotton or spandex to create fabrics that are comfortable but still durable.
They're
That's
not
why so many
comfortable, bro.
t-shirts are labeled as poly-cotton blends. Polyester adds wrinkle resistance and strength, while cotton adds softness and breathability. In the world of sportswear, polyester is a superstar. Brands use it to make lightweight, moisture-wicking fabrics that help athletes stay dry and cool. It's
also infertile.
also the reason your workout clothes don't stay soggy with sweat. Beyond clothing, polyester shows up in home furnishings like carpets, curtains, bed sheets, and upholstery. Industrially, it's used in ropes, conveyor belts, tire reinforcements, and even as insulation. If you've ever come across a plastic water bottle, chances are it's made of polyethylene terephthalate, the same family of polyester.
Exactly, and then you're gonna be fucking wearing plastic bottles, which polyester is made out of, for entirety of the fucking day, and gonna be absorbing microplastics into your body, which are gonna make you infertile. You know, you're not gonna be able to have kids. You're gonna have half the testosterone of your grandfather, as you already have, by the way.
Like any material, polyester comes with strengths and weaknesses. On the plus side, it's incredibly durable. It resists shrinking, wrinkling, and fading, which is
You
why it
already
holds
fucking
color so
said
well.
this, dumbass.
It's also quick drying, making it convenient for active lifestyles. For manufacturers, it's cheaper and easier to produce compared to many natural fibers,
Exactly, that is why it's pushed.
which is why it's so widespread. But the downside is just as important to consider. Polyester is essentially plastic, which means it's not biodegradable.
True, that is very true, you know, but also we have to look at what happens to your body when you wear polyester, or when you make contact with plastic. As I already explained, it increases your estrogen because it's made out of the same fucking chemicals which mimic estrogen. And then estrogen is a female hormone, and you're gonna develop like a woman, and also you're gonna go infertile.
Old polyester garments can linger in landfills for decades. Washing polyester also sheds microplastics, which can end up
True, and then, you know, because these filtration facilities which filter out water, they don't filter out chemicals, because chemicals are way smaller than debris, so then microplastics end up in your drinking water.
polluting waterways and harming marine life.
Yes,
Another drawback
this is why fish have a lot of microplastics in them, partly.
is comfort. Although modern versions are much better, polyester still doesn't breathe as well as natural fibers like cotton or linen.
Yes.
That can make it feel less pleasant in hot and humid conditions.
Yeah, when polyester gets warmed up, it makes it shed way more microplastics into your body. So, like any plastic, like if you heat something which is in plastic, it's gonna have way more microplastics than if it were at just, you know, room temperature.
Polyester remains the most popular fiber in the world, making up more than half of all fiber production globally. Fast fashion heavily relies on it because it's inexpensive and adaptable. But with growing awareness about sustainability, polyester is at a crossroads. The good news is that recycling technology is improving. Many companies are now producing polyester from recycled plastic bottles, giving waste a second life in the form of
Well, that's good for the environment and whatnot, right? But it's still plastics. That's why you shouldn't fucking wear it. It doesn't matter if it's recycled or not. Obviously, that is a good thing that they're doing something about it, at least partly. But it's still gonna nuke your testosterone whether it's recycled or not.
clothing or textiles. This RPT, or recycled polyester, reduces dependence on new petroleum and helps cut down on plastic pollution. However, it's not a perfect
Okay.
solution since the fibers can still shed microplastics.
Yeah, obviously.
Looking ahead, scientists are experimenting with biodegradable versions of polyester and blending it with other materials to reduce its environmental footprint. The challenge
Well, that's a good thing that they're experimenting with this, but as long as it's plastic, it's still gonna affect you negatively, so.
is balancing convenience and affordability with sustainability. Polyester has transformed the textile industry once already. Maybe its next big chapter will be an eco-friendly innovation. So what exactly is polyester? It's more than
let's
just
see.
a synthetic fiber. It's a material that reshaped fashion, influenced consumer habits, and continues to dominate industries around the globe. It's strong, versatile, and affordable, but it also raises important questions about sustainability and our relationship with synthetic materials. Next time you pull on a polyester shirt or sit on a polyester
Yeah, that will not happen, my friend.
sofa. You'll know there's a whole world of science, history, and technology woven into those fibers.
And infertility.
Thank you for watching. If you have
Alright, this was a video by the channel called History of Simple Things. Now let's see how polyester is actually made. Alright, this is a video by the channel How It's Made.
First, in the UK, we throw away billions of plastic bottles every year. We're getting much better at recycling them, but did you know that they can also be turned into clothing? This amazing process starts here at the Bottle Recycling Centre.
This is what you're gonna be fucking wearing.
The first stage,
plastic bottles on your fucking body. Then people wonder why everyone is so sick and cannot have children. This is exactly why. You're wearing fucking Coca-Cola bottles on you.
Shredding. When you throw away your bottle, you often leave a small amount of drink inside. Shredding all the bottles releases the unwanted liquid so it doesn't affect the quality of the plastic. The shredded bottles are then wrapped in cellophane and boxed up ready to be shipped around the world. It may be rubbish to us, but to the Chinese textile industry, this plastic waste is a valuable commodity. Recycled bottles arrive from all over the world to feed the busy clothing industry. Sorting separates the clear plastic from the colored stuff. Clear plastic can be made into white clothes or material that can be dyed, so it's extremely valuable.
Look at this, it looks fucking disgusting.
Clear plastic bottles have colored lids and stickers on them, but these have got to go, so the bottles head for the baths.
Look
the
at
colored
this.
caps are made of a different plastic which floats. A worker can then strain them off the top.
Oh, poor guy, I would not want to fucking work there.
Then there's a separate bath for the stickers, but the workers have to be careful around this one. It's corrosive caustic soda, very bad for the skin, but very good for removing labels.
That's funny, they say it's very bad for the skin, as if microplastics and polyester weren't bad for you in the first place, but I wouldn't want to be working there, and then obviously those fucking chemicals, they also touch the plastic, and it's way worse than if you had just plastic, because you also have all these fucking chemicals and everything that they're gonna use, you'll see.
After all their swimming, what's left is a pile of clear plastic shreds. But it's rather wet. The next step is the ovens, where it's mixed with some light-colored plastics. To produce white cloth, you need some light-shaded material in the mix. The plastic will spend about 10 hours here in these rotating drums, slowly drying out.
Ah, fucking plastic pollution in the air, breathing in fucking microplastics and chemicals.
These workers have to maneuver their carts back and forth underneath the drums to catch the plastic as it falls out. But they've also got
I wouldn't want to be working in that fucking factory like those guys, breathing in microplastics for fucking 18 hours a day. Poor them.
Mind their heads on all the other spinning ovens. So we've got our plastic bottles broken down and mixed to produce the right colors, but it's very hard to weave cloth from bits and pieces, so another step is needed. The mixture is sent through this rotating screw where it's heated to 270 degrees Celsius. This melts the plastic, but to make cloth we don't want a big lump, we need thread. The liquid plastic is forced through a sieve and emerges on the other side as great long strings, which are collected in a container below.
Plastic spaghetti.
We've now got thread, but it isn't strong enough to make cloth yet. First it must be combined and stretched several times while being heated. This will bond the fibers together. Now, it's taken ages to produce this material, but the next part of the process is to tear it apart again. The fluff that emerges is the raw substance you need to make polyester. However, that takes place in another factory altogether, so the workers here bale it up and send it on. It looks like cotton wool, but it's an entirely man-made substance, created from your...
Oh my god, bro, that guy is fucking cooked. Have so much fucking plastic in it on him.
old bottles.
This guy definitely has the fucking 180 milligrams per deciliter of testosterone or something.
Machine scrapes it all onto a very rough cloth which is loaded here, ready to be carded. Carding is where the bonded fibers are brushed together so they all lie in a similar direction, which strengthens the material. The sheet of polyester felt that emerges is now ready to be turned into thread. These machines will tease it out. They spin off mile after mile of pure polyester, which is collected on these bobbins.
Miles of fucking plastic.
And finally, we reach the point where your old plastic bottles become cloth. Like a spider at the center of its web, the loom draws in thousands of threads and weaves a new sheet of polyester. To give it a smoother feel, there are still two more processes to go through. The first is very delicate. This machine creates tiny loops on its surface.
Alright, bro.
The second stage is the opposite. Using a series of tough steel brushes, these spinning rollers catch and tear all the carefully made loops. The shredded surface helps give the material a soft, furry feel, making it far more comfortable to the touch.
Yeah, I'm gonna shed way more microplastics.
So we've turned our recycled bottles into polyester at last. Now it's time to make some clothes. Using a roll of material, stylists mark out the latest designs, being as economical as they can with their handy template. Although they're profiting from your rubbish, they don't want to create any more waste. The pieces will then be sent to workers who turn your trash into the trendiest gear you can find on the high street.
Yeah, no thank you.
So what started out as your rubbish was carefully sorted, then shredded, and turned into cloth. That cloth was shredded into fluff, spun into thread, and turned into fashion. From plastic bottles to polyester.
Exactly, you're wearing fucking plastic bottles on you. And most people don't even realize the fucking negative effects of this, because, I'm gonna say this once again, plastic is made out of chemicals called bisphenols. And bisphenols are actually very toxic, because every time they go into your body, they start decomposing in your gut. Then these chemicals go into your cells and attach themselves to your estrogen receptors. Estrogen is a female hormone. Then the receptor is gonna release the female hormone estrogen for weeks, months, even years, and that is gonna make you develop like an ugly woman. You're gonna have a higher pitched voice, you're gonna have more body fat, you're gonna fucking put on fat more easily, and you might even go infertile. Your fucking sperm are gonna be nuked. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.